It's quite literally videos like this where I don't know what I'm talking to you guys about. I can't believe it is what I probably should have phrased that as. We are talking about a team out there from the Valorant scene. Yes, some pro players being involved with an Indian Valorant roster, and both, well, have faced some accusations, admittance of guilt for 2 separate offenses, and the team themselves have now been banned for 6 months from ESPL events. This is not a Riot Games issued ban. It's only from one tournament organizer, but the story behind it, well, to put it frankly, is quite whack. Now, I know there will be Indian viewers on this, and I want you guys all to know the entire Indian scene takes these acts very, very seriously. I know we talk about cheaters all the time, but in particular, when I talk about Indian, I should say esports in general, you guys know the past events we have talked about. They see these things as very dishonorable, very disrespectful, and very harmful to the future of their scene, which albeit might be true, but let's not send any hate out there. This circumstance is very weird. That being around an Indian pro Valorant roster known as Paratroops, who has now been banned for 6 months following 2 offenses, of which we broke down the first one yesterday. A pro player in Valorant admitted to cheating, that being Zayd. He actually admitted to cheating, though, in ranked matches. He came forward and said it was not aim hacks, it was wall hacks. He was cheating in ranked matches because he had frustration, really wanted to reach Radiant, and he kept on facing off against cheaters, and due to that frustration, he toggled on some cheats for a few ranked matches. Never in competitive play, according to his own word. I will say it's very hard to trust someone who admits to cheating that they did not do it in competition, but that is his statement after finding out he'd actually cheated in ranked matches. His teammates brought him on live stream, got him to admit it, and pretty much did roast the guy for doing so, of which the team was then actually allowed to replace him. He was disqualified from one of the events of which they were participating in because they found out he had admitted to cheating in ranked matches, but was not cheating in that competition. So, you know, TOs will handle those situations differently. A lot of TOs would just kind of disqualify the entire team. In this case, it was the individual player who was disqualified. But then one of his former teammates who had put him on blast and got him to admit that he was guilty of cheating in ranked Valorant matches, well, now he's come out and actually admitted to account sharing to fill his own spot on the team for a different ESPL event. And so you got to wonder, as ESPL, they're like, okay, first off, we caught you having an admitted cheater in ranked matches. And then one of your own other players who actually found him guilty admits to account sharing, which, by the way, account sharing, he had another pro player or another player in general stand in for him at an event using his account. Heavily against the rules, not allowed. So rightfully so, ESPL is like, what is going on with this team? Both you, Binks is the guy who was actually admitted to account sharing, and the team Paratroops, you're banned for 6 months. We're not going to deal with this anymore. As again, thanks to AFK Gaming, they do a great job covering these kind of stories, especially from the Indian space. As they said, Valorant pro player Binks and his team, Paratroops, have been banned from ESPL events for 6 months, effective immediately. The Indian Valorant community found out about former Paratroops player, that being Zayd, cheating in ranked yesterday, which led him to be disqualified from the recently concluded TEC Invitational. Soon after Zayd's removal from the roster, Binks then admits to account sharing to let someone else play on his behalf at the ESPL Power Up India qualifiers. Team Paratroops and Binks thus broke the tournament rules and will not be allowed in ESPL events in the near future. And then, of course, ESPL posted on their social media in response to a recent confession made by Binks that he had shared his account with the team to have someone else play in his stead during the ESPL qualifiers. ESPL have come to a difficult decision after much consideration of the matter, citing both Team Paratroops and Binks will be banned from their events for 6 months. Binks, the same teammate who exposed his other teammate, then admits, oh yeah, I'm also guilty of something. I've been account sharing for at least one event. This is, I don't want to add any more fuel to this fire, but if this was any other roster out there, I would say the same exact thing. This is just embarrassing. How do you find one of your other teammates as guilty, and then you're like, while I'm here, I've also been account sharing? And if I was ESPL, they're lucky that Riot Games hasn't stepped in and said something at this point in time. If you're ESPL dealing with one team and you're already in contact saying, all right, Zayd was cheating, okay, well, you guys can disqualify him, find a replacement. Oh, wait. Oh, there's another cheater on the team who broke the rules? Yeah, we're kind of fed up with you guys. You're done with us for 6 months. I think a justifiable punishment. What do you guys think about this crazy circumstance? I am trying to paint this picture in other esports or other rosters if they had these same issues. It's just, It's a nightmare to try and deal with. It's just a crazy story, though, huh? Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. What do you think? Drink some water, drink some coffee. I'll catch you back here next time. Gee willikers.